In today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how to cite your work in Inkscape. Whether you're creating graphics for YouTube thumbnails, design portfolios, academic projects, or open source artwork, adding proper citation inside your file is extremely important. It helps protect your work, gives proper credit, and also makes it easier for others to understand who created the design and how it can be used. The good news is that Inkscape actually has built-in tools that make this very easy to do. In this tutorial, I'll walk you through 3 different ways to add citations in Inkscape: adding hidden metadata like your author name and title, setting a license such as Creative Commons, and adding a visible citation directly on the canvas. If you find this tutorial helpful, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more simple and practical Inkscape tutorials just like this one. All right, let's jump right into it. The first method is adding metadata, such as the author name and project title, directly inside the file. This information becomes embedded inside the SVG document, which means anyone who opens the file can see who created it. To start, open your Inkscape project. Then go to your keyboard and press Ctrl, Shift, and D at the same time. This will open the Document Properties window. Inside this window, you'll see several tabs across the top. Look for the tab called Metadata and click on it. Here, you'll see a few fields that you can fill in. The first one is title. This is where you can enter the name of your artwork or project. For example, you might type something like Minimal Logo Design or YouTube Thumbnail Template. Next is the creator field. This is where you should add your name, brand name, or channel name depending on how you want to be credited. If you run a design channel or online portfolio, this is a great place to include that identity. Then you'll see the subject field. This is optional but useful for describing what the design is about. For example, you could write logo design, vector illustration, or educational graphic. Once you enter this information, it becomes part of the SVG file's internal metadata. That means if someone opens the file in another program or inspects the file data, your authorship information is already embedded inside the artwork. This is one of the simplest ways to add a citation to your work in Inkscape. Now let's move on to the second method, which is setting a license for your design. This step is especially important if you plan to share your work online or allow others to reuse it. While you're still in the Document Properties window, look for the tab labeled License and click on it. In this section, you'll see a drop-down menu where you can choose different licensing options. One of the most commonly used choices is a Creative Commons license. For example, you might choose Creative Commons Attribution, which allows others to use your work as long as they give you credit. When you select a license, Inkscape automatically attaches the license information and the legal URL directly into the SVG file code. This means anyone examining the file will be able to see the exact licensing terms and requirements for using your artwork. It's a really useful feature if you publish graphics for communities, educational resources, or open design libraries. Now let's talk about the third method, which is adding a visible citation directly on the canvas. This is helpful if you want viewers to clearly see the credit when the design is exported as an image or displayed in a video. To do this, press the T key on your keyboard to activate the text tool. Then click anywhere on your canvas where you want the credit text to appear. Now type your citation. A simple example could be created by your name and then add the year, like created by Alex Design, 2026. You can resize the text, change the font, or move it to a corner of the canvas so it doesn't interfere with the main design. Many designers place the citation in the bottom corner of the artwork, so it remains visible but not distracting. This method is especially useful if you're showcasing work in a portfolio or a tutorial video. Now, here's an important pro tip that many beginners don't realize. When you export your design as a PNG file, most hidden metadata like the title, creator name, and license information may be stripped out in order to reduce the file size. So if you want your citation to always stay attached to the image when it's shared online, the safest option is to keep a visible credit directly on the canvas before exporting. That way, the attribution stays with the image no matter where it ends up. And that's it. You now know 3 effective ways to cite your work in Inkscape: embedding metadata, setting a license, and adding a visible citation to the canvas. Using these methods helps protect your work, provide proper credit, and keep your designs organized. If this tutorial helped you out, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more easy Inkscape guides and design tutorials. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.